Yeah. Cash money, heroes, private jets, polish.
Welcome to RandomMania! This is a podcast where we select the WrestleMania match at random, and then we talk about it, and then we put it on the internet, and you enjoy it. Joining me this week, as always, is the I don't know. I still didn't think of one, man. I guess the Corey Graves and my Michael Cole. I don't know. That's as close as I can get. It's my brother Matt. Well, at least we're commentary. We're both wearing headphones like we're on commentary. That's why I was thinking, like, you know, we're more of a team that way right now than maybe perhaps in the ring because, you know, I hadn't seen each other in a minute. But how are you doing, brother?
I'm doing well. So I'm glad that we kept our promise up the last time recorded that we would do a lot more in the year 2017. So 2017, 2018, 19, and 20 were big years for RandomMania podcast. And we're going to probably tell you the same thing at the end of this one, that you'll hear from us a lot more through 2021. So, sorry.
Yeah, hey, you know what? Well, I had a fun thought we didn't do, but I thought it would be pretty funny if we just played it off like the break never happened. Like we were here the whole time, and it's just like, this is just the next episode. How are you? You know, no, we have to.
Oh yeah, just edit that out.
Yeah, no, when we take 4 years off, you should probably explain yourselves a little bit. But, yeah, it is good to be back. It feels really good to be back. We selected the main part of the show is what we do. I guess if it's been a while, you haven't listened in a while, is we select a WrestleMania match at random, like I said at the top. And then we just talk about what it meant, you know, as far as the show or in the history of wrestling or in, you know, if it was good, bad, whatever, if we enjoyed it or not. And, yeah, that's the premise of the whole show. So it's the randomness that can be fun sometimes. You get all kinds of matches, right?
Yeah, we get the good and the bad. Sometimes we get a 2.5 minute match from WrestleMania 2, and sometimes, you know, you might end up with an Iron Man match from WrestleMania 12, and everything in between. You gotta keep in mind, too, we have, like, 4 new WrestleManias since the last time we did this, so our number has jumped way up to, like, 350 matches to random number generate through now too, so we got a little bit more to work with.
Yeah, that's really the nice thing. We just needed more matches to choose from because that was the problem before. That's why we stopped.
Yeah, that's the excuse. Yeah, that's the excuse.
Yeah. So anyway, so before the hiatus, which was almost exactly 4 years, by the way, almost to the day, maybe in a week, we did select a match at random. Do you remember what it was, or did you write it down?
It was match number 261, which would still technically now still be match 261. It was Batista versus John Cena from WrestleMania 26 for the WWE Championship.
That's right, and I remember I listened back because I wanted to remember how to do this show at all. So I listened to our most recent episodes that was posted, and I was pretty excited to get this match, and because obviously this is 2 big stars. This isn't some throwaway match. This is like an actual like main event match.
Yeah, it was the second to the last match on that pay-per-view. Of course, it was main evented with Shawn's retirement match with Taker, but yeah, this is like the title match, like the match for the show, so it's nice to have something with stakes behind it. Now, granted, we also like having those weird in-between matches that are like 4 minutes thrown together on Superstars in like 1994, so we like those too, but sometimes it's nice to have a big feel match like we have now to return, you know, the show back to, so that's good.
Yeah, I tell you what, it did feel good. We decided to take the entire pandemic. It took us 9-10 months of it to decide that we have spare time to record a podcast. But it is nice to watch a wrestling event with 90,000 fans. How many fans were there? What is this? WrestleMania 26? How many people were there?
It was 26. Actually, I don't know. I didn't look at the attendance, and I forget what it was. But it's the first thing that I kind of thought of too. I even said to my wife, yeah, I'm married now, by the way, that happened since the last time we recorded. I said to my wife, like, wow, I miss shows with people, man. It's like, this is a WrestleMania. It feels like WrestleMania, you know what I mean? Just jam-packed in there, and just pyro and lights and big sound. Yeah, non-pandemic WrestleMania for sure.
Yeah, it was refreshing just because, yeah, like you said, the energy. You just can't recreate that. And of course, this being a big fight that it was at the time, it certainly it felt that way. It definitely felt like, and it lived up. I think not to get ahead of ourselves and start talking about the match, but I thought that these two guys did a pretty good job of, in the moment, definitely recognizing how the bigness of it. I don't know. That's getting ahead of ourselves. Let's talk about how we got here to this match. The year was 2010. I wasn't watching wrestling. Really, man. If there was a time in between about 2008 till late 2011, I really, when you moved to Madison until I moved to, and started having kids, I really didn't even turn it on one time, except for until the CM Punk pipe bomb. But anyway, if you remember this time, the 2010, right, WWE.
I was watching. I wouldn't say I was as arduous as I had been in previous years, and maybe even in years following that, because you're right, the CM Punk thing really brought me in hardcore again there in the summer of Punk 2011. But I would still say 2010, I watched, and I just don't really remember much. So going into this match, Batista is the champ. But just a mere month before this, Sheamus was the champ. So Sheamus was defending the title in the Elimination Chamber the previous month, and it came down to Cena and Sheamus, and Cena wins the title. Beats Sheamus and a couple other guys. I think Kofi was in the match and a few others. I don't have the list, I apologize. But John Cena, in a 30-minute long Elimination Chamber match, wins the title. And then Batista, in a 32-second match, beat John Cena directly after the Elimination Chamber match. Did you look that up or read any of that or know that happened?
I didn't look it up, but I was very confused watching WrestleMania. I was like, why the hell it doesn't make any sense? Because just watching the promo package before the match, all I could tell is that Batista powerbombed John Cena and took his belt, but I don't know why or what the circumstances were. And then it was at Elimination Chamber.
Yep. So a little more backstory. Bret Hart had come back around this time, and Bret Hart was kind of feuding with Vince. Out of nowhere, Batista kind of saved Vince. So Bret Hart was going after Vince, and then Batista saved Vince from Bret Hart. So that kind of made Batista in the mix. Well, then John Cena put himself into the mix to kind of help out Bret Hart. So that was before Elimination Chamber. So hence, when the Elimination Chamber match ends, Cena's the new champ. Vince comes out, says, "You're going to defend your title right now, and here's your opponent," and it's Batista. Cena's already wrestled for 30 minutes in the chamber. Batista comes out, Batista bomb, 32 seconds later, new champ.
Okay, so
yeah,
that sounds dumb.
That's what led to it. Well, also, and then, they had feuded in the past, Batista and Cena, so, there was callbacks to that previous feud from the year before that, and even, I believe in, 2008, I think they had even feuded, so there was a match at SummerSlam that, excuse me, Cena got a broken neck from a big powerbomb from Batista, so that was a storyline thing. I don't know if it was kayfabe broken neck or real. I don't actually remember, but he broke his neck.
He probably went to go film a movie.
Likely.
But then again, it was only 2008.
But Marine in 12 rounds, they cut the promo package before this match. One of the things Batista's you get to go make all the movies, and they show the 12 rounds and the Marine title cards. So you're probably exactly right. But in storyline mode, Batista broke Cena's neck, so they got that kind of history of the feud going on too.
Yeah, it kind of seems like something they could have just baked in at the time, and they're like, we can use this later. You know what I mean? Because they're both big stars. And the thing that I thought was interesting is this was only the second time they'd ever faced each other. Besides that 2008 SummerSlam match, which was an I Quit match.
Oh, that was an I Quit match?
The one in 2008 SummerSlam was an I Quit match, and Batista.
Weird.
Yeah, but Batista won. I don't know. That's what I gathered in my research, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know who won that match that had been at the previous SummerSlam either. So I just know I can get you 2 months worth to get into this one. Also, this WrestleMania took place March 28th. 2010. I wanted to get that in there before I forget. So March 28th, when they now do Mania's early April. This was still a March WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, there's a few of those. I always liked it when it was in March because it came sooner. You know what I'm saying? But
right, close to your birthday usually.
Sure, there's been a few of them on my birthday. 1 and 10, I think, were both on my birthday. So there you go.
There you go.
I'm Mr. WrestleMania. No, just kidding.
So, you want to talk about the actual match and get into that now? I think that's probably where we're at. I think, unless you have more lead-up stuff that I don't have.
The main premise that I gathered just from watching the match and reading a few things was basically it just boiled down to Batista saying, you can't beat me. When I get in the ring with you, bad things happen to you. I should be the face of the company, and he's just basically jealous. And it's like, okay, well. Okay, it seemed weak, but it's to get the two top guys in the main event.
And if you think about it, they really had been the two top guys for about 5 years, because they mentioned in the pre-match package that, they both won their respective first titles at WrestleMania 21. Now, that's 5 years before this, and they were both kind of on top on their respective brands. So you're right, they were two kind of the main event guys, and Batista's kind of right. Cena's on magazine covers, on the late night talk shows, in movies like we already mentioned. So dude's got a point. Now you look at it and Batista gets Marvel money, but we're not, just saying.
Yeah. Hey, I tell you what, they both turned out fine. So
yeah, I think they're both good. Yeah.
So basically when we get to it, the ding ding ding, out comes Batista's music hits. I always like that crunchy riff. Was it Saliva or whatever? I walk along.
That was Saliva cover, yeah.
Yeah, which is I never hated. Fit in. He's he's walking out like a badass, and he's got that low drop D. Sounds great. What I enjoyed though was this lone spotlight thing. Was that a normal thing, or was that just for this?
So that he had, if I remember correctly, that was very new. So he had wanted the spotlight. Cena had the spotlight. He felt he should have the spotlight. So if you also notice, he didn't do like the machine gun pyro thing too. It was just one loud bang. So the whole stage went quiet, and the one spotlight went on him. That was a fairly new thing, if I remember correctly, about him wanting the spotlight. And I think that's pretty freaking genius.
Yeah, I thought it was good too. And I'm surprised that it wasn't done more often. It's pretty simple, but
Yeah.
And also noted here that he looks great. Batista looks great. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's jacked.
Yeah, looks great. Coming out with that champ belt. That belt that says champ on it that I always hated. WWE champ.
Well, it was the old Cena spinner belt, right? So, it had champ on it because the old Cena shit. So, that follows through. Should I be swearing? Should I not swear? I don't know where we're sitting on the swearing level here.
It says, as you said in a previous episode, it says explicit.
Okay, it does. And, we'll go maybe PG-13.
Sure. Yeah, we ain't going to go
most John Cena movies.
Yes. Also, mediocre.
Yeah, give or take. Yeah.
The podcast, not so good. His movie's not so good. It's okay. So anyway, he comes out, he's doing it, and he's posing, he's looking good. You have anything else on that?
Nah.
Not really. Cena comes, okay, so we get the Air Force Academy flipping guns, which I thought was
awesome.
Yeah, it was really, really great. It was long, but it should be because it's great. Like, what they did was great.
Yep.
Only part I didn't care for is that then, John comes out, walks straight up, does his salute, and then just fucking takes off.
Yeah, he doesn't be like, thanks, how you guys doing? Good to see you, thanks for helping me out.
Yeah.
He just says something to the camera, and then he's just gone.
He didn't even do that. Nope, he walked out all pissed off, saluted, and ran. And that was like his thing. He just runs down the giant ramp at WrestleMania. That's a Cena thing, but it does feel like...
That was the Air Force Honor Guard, by the way, the Air Force Honor Guard drill team, if you want to get specific with it. So.
I prefer to call them those Air Force guys. Anyway. So I noticed then, as he's getting in the ring, that Michael Cole is already mostly lost his voice at this point. Vince as well. Did you notice that?
Yeah, he's stretching it. He's stretching his vocal cords pretty hardcore. He'd already yelled a few times. Well, you got to think, this is the second to last match in a 4-hour-long show, too, so he's already had a little bit talking.
Correct. And I'm sure that when you heard it live, it was gradual enough that you probably didn't care. But it was thrown off by, whoa, his cords just shot. Anyway, so what else is there to mention?
Yeah, he's Michael Cole, also joined by Jerry Lawler and Matt Striker.
Matt Striker, right. Kind of the worst.
One of the new people on the broadcast team of Impact Wrestling, Matt Striker. Literally just a week ago started at.
I might have saw that, yeah. But in this stage, he was fine, whatever. Sometimes he was just not great. Anyway, he's probably better now. It's been 10, 11 years, right? So anyway, so they do formal interruptions. Justin Roberts, by the way, also is your ring announcer.
Justin Roberts, AEW.
Yeah, but he's he's always got a nice strong distinct, Tim, which is good.
Batista.
Yeah, the animal. Yeah, I know. Can't do it, but who's the ref?
Slow start to the match though. Oh, Kyoto's the ref.
Kyoto's the ref. Okay. Yeah, slow start, but it starts like a main event match, right?
This might be getting ahead of myself, but I thought with as slow as the start of the match was, that the match would go longer than it did, if that makes sense.
Sure. It had this slow build, and then it escalated quickly, I guess.
Yeah, and it kind of stayed there, then it was over quick. But yeah, I mean, it's a title match. You should feel each other out. But I kind of thought, like, they kind of got this feud going where they're super pissed at each other, and Cena's mad, and he just bails and hightails it to the ring quick, that I kind of thought they'd come out like gangbusters.
Yeah, I hear you. But, yeah, I prefer what they did. Like, I'd rather have feel it out, and, like, you don't want to make any stupid decisions. You're in a World Championship match at WrestleMania. You should be patient,
And considering the two guys in the match, not the most technically proficient dudes you would think of, like, that's another reason I thought, like, we're not, like, watching a, Eddie Guerrero, pick any, Dimalenko match or something. We're watching Batista Cena. I kind of thought there'd be a little more haymaking, and I don't know.
I thought you'd have said Jericho.
Oh, Eddie and Jericho? Yeah, that would have worked.
So, yeah, but I didn't mind. I didn't mind at all the slow start. I thought it was a good power. There was a shoulder tackle and shit, all that stuff.
Yeah, they got to that.
This was the point where I noticed there's a great sign in the crowd that says Batista likes fish tacos, which made me laugh very hard.
Did it say fish tacos or fish sticks?
It says fish tacos. It just made me laugh so hard. I was like, what the hell? I had a little picture of him, like a taco going in his mouth. Anyway, so they're all just, they're doing their shitty chain wrestling, and it isn't great until, like, he tries to go for the AA, or he tries to go for a Batista bomb or something, and he reverses it and gives him, like, the stiffest fucking DDT that I was like, oh shit, is he hurt for real?
I wrote that same thing down. I was like, oh my god, big DDT from Batista, and Cena looked rattled. Or either he's a really damn good selling that move, but holy crap, man, I'm like, that hurt. Like, because they went to rest holds right after that, too. Almost like to give him a minute to help himself feel better.
Yeah, like he was trying to pick him up, and he was like, hang on a second, give me a sec. Because he looked like he was rattled.
Kyoto was in there, and you could see him talking.
Yep. He could say something. I was listening even on my good headphones. I couldn't hear him. Usually you can hear everything Cena says. But in this case, I couldn't. He looked like, then they went right straight into like a chin lock, right? And they were down there for a while. I was like, yeah, I think he's got to get his bearings about it. But he eventually, like, showed me he was all right. Like when he did something later, but I was like, he's fine. But
yeah, he fought out of it, and they kind of they just started doing the big blows, or one big hit. Big hit, and it gets the crowd kind of back and forth. You know what I mean?
My least favorite thing.
I know, it's just they're big dudes. They should do that. It's a title match. It gives there's still the Cena aspect where a lot of people are booing Cena in 2010. So you're going to get a lot of yay and boos either way you do it.
Yeah.
So I think you kind of have to do it in a John Cena match in 2010.
Yeah. Yep, this is true. So he does pop up and then ended up trying to do the 5-knuckle shuffle on him. Which he gets caught into a spine buster, a really nice looking spine buster. He pops up and grabs him and just drives him down, and it was pretty good. And
but the crowd went crazy for that spine buster.
Yep, because he got it quick, and the camera shot was good on it for the pay per view too, because you didn't see him stand up. So I thought it was nice work there. I don't know what happens then. He puts him in an STF. I don't know how they get there.
Yeah, we got an STFU from Cena, right?
Right.
Batista gets to the ropes. Breaks it. Then we get that big spear, the shittiest spear that is in wrestling from Batista.
Yeah, he went like head first, and it was not like aggressive. I was like, what is that shit?
It's a Batista spear, man. That's just shit.
He like embraced being shitty and just called it a style. Anyway, but I don't like.
Yeah, let's be honest. Batista didn't get where he got by being, like I said, technically perfect. You know what I mean? He's a big brooding musclehead. Like. Just run into him; it's gonna hurt, right?
Yeah, he's a dynamic individual, so he can make money. He's all good. They end up on the top turnbuckle, which they do like a test of strength on the turnbuckles, which I don't think I've ever seen before. So
I think it was just a way to get Batista off.
Yeah. It's just to hit
on the mat.
The big spot for the big top rope 5 knuckle shuffle, super knuckle drop.
Can we just take a moment to talk about how that's like a high spot? That a 5 knuckle shuffle from the top rope is like a thing.
Yeah, it's.
I don't like it when they did it, and the crowd was kind of like happy for it. I went, that's my jaded wrestling fan coming out at me, but I was like, really? That's a Jerry Lawler thing from the 70s, man. Like that's like your high spot. All right, cool. All right, that's John Cena.
I mean, you got to think it was still relatively fresh at the time. Think of some gimmick somebody was doing in 2017. Now that's still all right. That you'd probably hate in 11 years. You know, I can't think of one, but Elias's songs or something. I don't know.
Hey, Elias's new EP. I haven't even listened to it yet. I downloaded the thing and I haven't even gave it a listen. Sorry, Elias.
Oh, I did. It's good. Anyway.
He's a heel on it, at least. That's good.
That's right. That's what's important.
We get the big Batista bomb, right? Batista bomb is next, I think.
He does. Batista
big
bomb.
Big pop from the crowd, too.
Right. And that was a good, solid false finish that even got me kind of like, oh, he waited to the last second to kick out, which, that's good. That's it. Yeah, it got everybody out of their seats. You could tell that this crowd, even despite being like a long-ass show, was still vested. And I have to give them credit.
Yeah, you got to think when you're sitting there for 4 hours, because you got pre-show and they've been in the arena for a long time. But yeah, I mean, Big Match John brings them to their feet, I guess.
You get a crazy sequence where he flips over him and stuff, and they end up doing an AA. And he throws him halfway across the damn ring. Did you see that?
It's huge AA. Like, yeah. I mean, that's a big dude to toss too. Like. Good on you, John Cena.
Well, also, you got to think that Batista, throws himself. That's how it works, I mean.
Oh, he's helping too, no doubt.
Yeah. So anyway, that's a false finish too. He kicks out of that shit, and
he's so enthusiastic.
We're like, that's not gonna work. We already know he kicked out of the one side. Like he's kicking anyway.
You got to get a kick out either way.
Yeah.
It's WrestleMania, man. Finishings mean nothing at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Eventually. You just don't know which one. It ain't going to be that one, you know what I mean? So, anyway, gets him in the STFU again. And he's in it for a while. And so I was shocked he taps out.
Well, even before that, Cena goes to the top again.
Oh.
And that's when he does that powerbomb thing that he had broken Cena's neck from a couple years ago, and he gives him the worst, shittiest powerbomb thing you've ever seen.
Yeah, it was almost half powerbomb, half spear, half spinebuster. Like, that was not accurate. And then that's when Matt Stryker starts yelling about, oh, that's how I broke his neck last year.
Yep. And then Cena no-sells it and just rolls him through, and yeah, then you get the STFU on Batista again, and then the tap out, man.
Yeah, it's over. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, at 13 minutes and 31 seconds. So earlier when I spoke about how it was like the slow start, and then it's just kind of fury, and then it ends, 13 minutes.
Yep. It really just kind of slow start, built up, and then ended, which is kind of set the template. Like, it's like, this is what it was like, and they've had to raise the bar every year for 10 years. So, it's, of course it's going to feel diminished now because it's, we've seen so much. We've been doing the same shit for so long, right? You can only do the same thing for so long.
They're probably a victim of time too, right? They're the second to last match, and you need enough time for Shawn and Taker. So, they may have originally had 20, and then that show's moving on before them. The women take too long. Vicky Guerrero sucks. Whatever happened, like, during the show, and now you got to cut down from... They were the match before that.
Did you see that splash right before, though?
I don't want to talk about it, because what if we get the match?
I know. Oh, my God. I had to rewind, and I saw it. I was like, that is... And then she botched the pin. Anyway, so... If you go to watch this match on the network, just rewind a little bit to the end of the Divas match for your own viewing pleasure.
You'll get a laugh.
So
you'll
bad.
get a laugh. You'll get a laugh.
So I was doing some research on the match, right? So Bleacher Report had ranked all of John Cena's 16 championship matches, and this one ranked in as his 5th best one, according to them. So it kind of shows.
Wow.
Yeah, it kind of. And I'm reading through some of the other ones that he won, and I was like, yeah, I can see a lot of these aren't great. Like he beat The Miz and Morrison, and he beat I don't know. I didn't read through the whole damn article, but yeah. So this.
I'm just trying to think of what the 4 ahead of it might be.
Ooh.
Probably Shawn Michaels. Probably The Rock.
Nope.
Really?
Yep. Number 1 is AJ Styles at the Royal Rumble 2017. Totally agree. That match was awesome. His match against Edge in Unforgiven 06.
Oh, so these aren't Mania matches. These are just pay-per-view matches.
These are his title wins. The win he won the belt.
Title wins. Okay.
Yeah. When he beat.
Wow.
Yeah, so as far as his title wins go, this was his 5th best one. So, anyway. There's that. Also interesting fact about this match. This was his 7th world title. 7th WWE title. But I don't know if that includes world championships or not, because he might have won a couple of those too. Because it was split at the time.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I think he was mostly a WWE champ guy. I think when they moved the title with him during the drafts and stuff like that. So I don't know if there was a world title win in there. And that's, we just talked about he had the title for, a couple minutes at Elimination Chamber the month before too. That's considered a title, having the title for the 6th time or whatever. And he had the belt for 4 minutes, you know what I mean?
Yep. It's true. So there's that. What other interesting fact that I have? I just forgot it was so good too.
Well, while you look for that, a little bit post-Mania match for these guys. They continued this feud for a couple more months. The next pay-per-view was Extreme Rules. They had another last man standing match. Cena won that one by duct taping Batista's legs together so he couldn't stand up. So Cena wins again. They have an I Quit match at Over the Limit. So another I Quit match, I should say. And Batista loses that one. So Cena's just running through Batista for a couple months. And then I don't know if you've ever seen the infamous I Quit from Batista when he's in the ring and he's all mad and it's all dark and he just yells I quit and leaves. That's after losing to John Cena 3 straight pay-per-views in a row. And then Batista's kind of gone. Legit, for a while.
Yep, that's exactly what I was going to get to next. I did go back and see that because I knew that people talked about that it was a fun moment where, it was one of those we're not really sure if he's quitting or not kind of thing. But, yeah, he was gone.
Making that Marvel money.
Yep, that's right.
Because I think Guardians 1 came out in 2014 or 15, so he probably left to go make that, honest to goodness.
Well, yeah, he probably got it. Yeah, more than likely. Because it did come out in 14, and he came back, if you remember, won the Royal Rumble 2014. Everyone was pissed because Daniel Bryan wasn't in it. It was kind of shit on his return. But even for somebody like me, who I came back to watching wrestling in 2011, I pretty much missed Batista's run. I couldn't give a fuck less when he came back. I was like, I don't care if he's back. But then, he was on TV every week. I was like, okay, he's fine. Whatever, he's cool. But I didn't really care at all. And I think I maybe was probably not alone in that sentiment.
Yeah, when he came back, I cared less than anything that was going on. It was super predictable too, having him win the Rumble and then go to Mania. But maybe we'll get that match someday, and we can talk about that match.
That's right. So if we're gonna get a match for next week, there's only one good way to do it, and that's to randomly select one.
Well, would you like to rank this match before we do that?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do that too.
We have to not rank it. I'm sorry, rate it on an HBK scale. So, Mr. WrestleMania, affectionately referred to for Shawn Michaels. So, Shawn Michaels is HBK. So we rate this on a 1 to 5 scale of HBKs. Is that correct?
That is correct. I'll go ahead first. I'll say that this was a 3.5 HBK match. It was a big match, so it didn't suck. For sure, so it was above average, but it probably wasn't if it was a good match, it would be 4. But it wasn't really a good match, so I guess 3.5 is probably right where I would sit it because it is good. As far as the world title matches go, it didn't disappoint. It was fun, good ending, and yeah.
I'm doing 2.5.
Really?
Yeah, I was a 3. And when I realized there's only 13 minutes, I actually dropped it a half an HBK. I thought the match, I don't know, man. Maybe I just expected more from it, being that it's kind of the 2 top guys that have been pretty consistent for the 5 years previous to that, and I thought that this might be the payoff and that they would kind of tear the house down. Like you said, not a bad match. I wasn't bored. I think I just maybe expected more from it, and it was just odd to me how it was like a slow build, and like they cut out. It's like they kept the beginning of what they planned, and they kept the end, which was, a 4-minute beginning and a 7-minute end, and they probably had 7 minutes in between that all got cut out. Does that make sense? Here's how we're going to start. We're going to cut all this shit out, and we'll go to the finish. So we get all big moves, and I don't know, 2.5. I'm going to sit with 2.5.
Fair enough. That's fine. I can sleep at night knowing that's all right. It's good. All right, so that's fine. Fuck that shit. Let's move on to the next week. What do we got? Can we pick a match? I'm excited. This is the best part.
So I got the number thing up. If you want me to do the numbers, do you have the list up?
I have the list in my hand right here.
So I'll keep minimum of number of 0. If it happens to land on 0, we get to pick whatever we want. Want to stick with that concept?
Yep.
Okay, what's my max number, though?
358.
358. Are you ready?
Yeah, I think so.
336.
336 is Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston from... That's Kofi Mania, right? Isn't it?
34. Yeah, that's Kofi Mania.
That's excellent. Isn't it?
Wow, we got a good one. Yeah, that's Kofi Mania. WrestleMania 34?
It might be 35. I think it's 35.
They just had 35.
I just had 36.
Oh, then 35 then.
I hope we're right. Boy, it'd be tough to have a WrestleMania podcast and not know how many there have been. Well, okay, so...
I thought 36 was this year, because we just watched WrestleMania from 2010. Oh, wait, yeah, that would be 36. This is 37. So that was... You're right. Math.
So this is from WrestleMania 35, the most recent WrestleMania with fans, which is good. And it was, if I do not recall incorrectly, is that that's the right words to say, and it's not. This was the best match of the card.
Maybe.
What?
I'm not, I'm glancing at the rest of the matches on there. Yeah, this might be definitely top 2. Yeah, definitely top 2. So that's interesting. That's fun. Do you remember anything from it before we go, other than it being Kofi Mania?
I do remember it being the best match on the card, but other than that, I do not remember much else. So hopefully I'm right.
I vaguely remember the finish. I don't exactly remember the finish, so that'll be good to revisit that and talk about it, man. We have a new WrestleMania match that me and you, have never, ever talked about.
Yeah, it's true. Maybe via text, be like, that was pretty good, and you going, oh yeah, that was.
And that would be the extent of it. So this will be good to hear the opinions on both sides. So
yeah, absolutely.
Sweet.
So I guess we get out of here. I don't remember what else we talked about, but you could definitely like us on Facebook, and you can follow us on Twitter, RandomMania Pod, on all those things. You can...
RandomMania Podcast on Facebook, RandomMania Pod on Twitter.
That's right. RandomMania Podcast on Facebook is the most... Yeah. If we get to 100 likes, we'll start having guests on. Still haven't gotten there.
We still need to get there. We might have lost a few people. If I can find a free version of
dead.
this match on the interwebs... Huh? We did?
No, I said some of our fans are probably dead just by sheer math. It's been so long. Never mind.
Some of them are dead. We'll cross him off then. Major League, right? I hope you got that. Yeah. Okay. So, I don't know. I forgot how we end this thing.
I want to congratulate... I remember how to do it. I congratulate somebody and fire somebody. Remember? Okay, let's do this. It's fine. Okay. So, wait, who's in the match?
Wait, I say the fire thing?
Yeah. I say, first of all, we want to wish our congratulations to John Cena on winning his big match at WrestleMania 26 against Batista, the Animal. Batista, the Animal. But however, Batista...
You're fired!
time is up, my time is now. You can't see me, my time is now. It's the franchise where I'm shining now. You can't see me, my time is now. In case you forgot or fell off, I'm still hot, knock your shell off. My money stacked fat, plus I can't turn the swell off. A franchise doing big business, I live this, it's automatic, I win this. So you hear those horns, you finish. A soldier, and I stay under you fighting. Plus I'm storming on you chumps like I'm thunder and lightning. Ain't no way you breaking me, kid, I'm harder than nails. Plus I keep it on lock like I'm part of the jail. I'm slaughtering stale competition. I got the whole block wishing they could run with my division, but they gone fishing with no bait. Kid, your boy hold weight. I got my soul straight. I brush your mouth like Colgate. In any weather, I'm never better. Your boy's so hot, you never catch me in the next man's sweater. If they hate, let them hate. I drop your whole clan. Lay out down for the 3 second tan. Your time